I was talking to Uberoki's pocket jeweler this morning, and the topic of Patek Philippe came up. And he mentioned that he didn't know I had an interest in Patek Philippe. And it's like, how could you be involved in horology and not be thinking about that? You know, it's a Holy Trinity brand. And he said, asked why I was interested in. I said, you know, obviously a Calatrava, not something simple. And he said, let me check on something. Then gets back with me and says that Uberoki has a website that is kind of languished a little bit. Oh, by the way, Weiler Dive Watch. You know, Weiler, they make awesome lemonade and awesome dive watches. Anyway, this website had kind of languished, but he mentioned that there was a Patek Philippe on there. It's a Patek Philippe reference 5054J. And it's yellow gold. It's roughly about 36 millimeters, probably about 15, maybe 90s, 20 years old. And it's a complicated watch. It's actually, complication series. Got a lot going on with the dial. At 11 o'clock, there is a power reserve. At 7 o'clock, there is a calendar with a moon face. And at 4 o'clock, there's a seconds dial. And he said, pay no attention to the price on there. He said, it's been sitting there for a while. The guy got it, fell in love with it. Now he's out of love with it, and he's wanting to move it. And I think he might really come down on the price, like 9, 8, maybe even 7,000. So I do a little look on Chrono 24, just straight Archie style, and it's selling for 21,000. Like, ooh, bargain. Yeah. So I contact my friend Duty Robson. No, that one did not work at all. We're just going to go with it. So anyway, Duty, Mr. Robson tells me to run away from that watch as fast as my chubby little legs will carry me. I asked why. It's a Patek Philippe. He said, oh, it's yellow gold. He said, yellow gold is on the outs. Everyone is into rose gold, or preferably white gold or platinum. Yellow gold is, yesterday's fish. Also, he said, you don't know when the last time it's serviced was, and run away from a Patek Philippe if it doesn't have very extensive service records. And he said, not by one of your local guys, by Patek Philippe. So, but I have to admit, the cheapskate in me, the bargain shopper, the contrarian, still thinking about it. It's just like, well, $21,000 watch, if I can get it for like a third, 60% off, why not? Why not look at it? Why not think about it a little bit more? So then I contacted my other friend, a movement nerd, and let's just call him Han Danes. Han Danes, A Star Wars Story. And believe it or not, Han goes exactly with what Mr. Robson was telling me. He's like, no, do not want. Walk away. And I was asking why. Patek Philippe, it's the Holy Trinity. It is above Rolex. It is above everything. Everything they do is made. Their movements are made by angels' wings, and they're designed by minotaurs and wood sprites, and nymphs. He said, well, not really. He said there are winners and losers in the Patek line, because when you think about it, everyone talks about Patek. They talk about the Calatrava and they talk about the Nautilus, maybe one other model. He said the complications are not exactly in their wheelhouse. He said it's kind of small by modern standards. It's kind of old. He said they're going to be tremendously expensive to have serviced. And he said you're kind of approaching it from the Rolex standpoint, where all models eventually just gradually rise in value, and if you hold on to it long enough, it'll pull you up. So not all Pateks appreciate. Some depreciate. Some take the down escalator. He said this guy is selling this because he wants to get all his money off before the down escalator hits the bottom, goes to the basement floor. And he also said those movements are tremendously expensive. He said, if you want to get a modern Calatrava, you want to get a 5196 or a 5296, and get a Nautilus, good luck. You better have A, tons of money, and B, tons of time. And as you can tell, I got neither. So, Rolex is the kiddie pool. I've said that plenty of times. The selection is limited. Everyone's kind of looking at the same thing. There's not a lot of big risks. You be a little bit better about. You might be a little bit more astute about buying. You might be a little bit more astute about selling. But literally any Rolex, hold on to it, and you'll be all right in the long run. The kiddie pool. What I'm being told is Patek can be the shark cage. And that's something you never really hear about. You hear about just Patek Philippe in general, just being awesome and wonderful and miles above Rolex. But is there such a thing as the WRONG Patek? Would this 5054J be the WRONG Patek? Would this lead to the loss of money, even no matter how well I buy it, rather than an appreciation or accumulation of value? Wow. So, as usual, I don't have answers, I only have questions. And I'm kind of wondering what your guys' input is. Is yellow gold out of style? Is 36 millimeters too small? Is the 90s Patek too old? Is the dial too complicated? Or do I just want to stick with the Calatrava? So, should I stay in vintage, or should I stay in the kiddie pool of Rolex? Or do I dare take a quick peek out and dart in the ocean? And hopefully I don't get eaten. Anyway, by the way, Archie completely has the different opinion, which is that's a bargain. Yellow gold a little bit softer, but not much. Don't be an idiot, buy the watch. So, everyone's got an opinion. Anyway, thanks much for listening. And, the weekend's coming up. Try to be good to each other.